Hey YouTube, it's your girl Yona Marie, and today I want to give a few tips to people who are looking to go to a concert alone. Yona Marie music, create with me. So it can be a daunting task to go to something like a concert alone, especially if you're an introvert like me, especially if you're a woman in a large sea of people. It can feel overwhelming. You might think you'll be singled out. You might think you'll look weird being alone. You may feel like you're not gonna get the full experience because you can't tell somebody next to you some jokes, or you can't have the experience shared with the person you know. But it doesn't have to be like that, and you can still fully enjoy a concert, sometimes even more so when you go by yourself. And I just want to share a few pointers and tips that can really help you to have an amazing experience. So first things first, if you're like me and you get anxious, you start getting those automatic thoughts that are negative and you are having the potential to spiral, you want to stop those thoughts in their tracks. You really want to undo those negative thoughts of, oh, what if these people are looking at me? What if I look weird? What if it's crazy that I'm alone? Start undoing thoughts like that and realize that it's just negative, natural emotions that's coming to your head. A lot of times you can stop those automatic thoughts that are negative by really just breaking them down and answering back to those thoughts. Let's say you're thinking, what if I look weird because I'm by myself? Then you start to think, okay, nobody's paying attention to me. People are here for the event. People are here for these artists. Nobody's paying that much attention to me. I can get out of my own head and I am not the center of focus here. Or what if you're going to be thinking, I'm not going to have fun because I don't have my people with me. But then you'll realize the whole event is centered around you having fun. Likely you're there supporting an artist you love. You're in an environment with music, drinks, food. Of course you're going to have a little bit of fun. Like even if it's not going to be the most epic concert you've been to, you're still likely to have fun. So to calm yourself down and get those overthinking thoughts out of your head, you want to just really tune into the moment, to that space. Tune into the music that you're hearing, really get connected with the environment. And it's kind of like a mindfulness exercise that you can really get in tune with the present instead of getting lost in your head about what ifs, what might have happened, what you wished happened. Stay in that present moment. Enjoy the music because that's what you're there for. The music has a lot of power, and the music can take you away and get you lost in that moment to the point where you're not even thinking about those automatic thoughts anymore. And the easy way to get in tune with the music is to either sing or dance. If you're singing like me, it'll be easy. Start harmonizing with things you hear. Start rapping along to something you may know. But if you're not a singer, if you're not a musician, just start moving your body. And again, nobody's looking at you. So even if you're missing a beat, if you off beat, it's okay. You're really just trying to focus on getting your body, your mind, and your environment in the same place. Another tip that I have that is specifically for introverts like me is you don't have to go out to a concert and try to force extroversion. You don't have to feel like you need to be talking to somebody. You don't need to feel like, oh, let me talk to the people next to me so I won't feel weird. Don't try to force anything. Just let yourself be your natural self. If you don't want to be bothered with anybody, if you don't want to talk to somebody, even if they're coming up to you, trying to make friends, do what feels comfortable for you. Don't force anything. But on the other hand, it is possible if you're an extrovert, introvert, it doesn't matter, to go to a concert, really feel the vibe with the crowd, get in with a few people from the crowd. You know, a lot of times people feel a certain way and feel a sense of camaraderie when they're in the audience. So sometimes you might feel compelled to hang with some strangers, get a drink with some strangers. As long as you're being safe about the situation, it'll be okay. Depending on the type of person you are, you'll feel better by connecting with people, and you don't have to force it, but just let the energy lead you. So another tip to know is that no matter what happens, you're in control of that moment. If you feel like you're getting a bit panicky and you want to leave, you can do so. You're not with a friend or a group of friends, so you actually have a little bit more freedom. Let's say if you were going to a concert with a group of friends, maybe they all want to get drinks at the same time, they all want to get to the bathroom, they want to be in the same area as you. But if you're by yourself, you don't have to go to the bar at the same time everybody's going to the bar. You can do your own thing. You can leave early. You can come late if it's allowed. You can do your own thing. And you'll feel power in the sense that you have the power over whatever's going on with you that night. Another big tip I want to make sure I put in is to avoid waiting in the lines if you can. So if that means showing up early or showing up a little bit after the crowd, because waiting in the line, even with your friends, is a bit boring. But you're really going to feel that loneliness if you're by yourself waiting in line for hours. So if there's some type of VIP pass you can get, I really recommend that if you're by yourself. Another thing that can waste a lot of time is just generally looking for the area that you're trying to be at, finding out where the bathrooms are, finding out where the parking lot is, finding out where the food is. Make sure you get a good lay of the land before you even arrive. You can look up the venue online, look up some pictures, because it's not going to be fun, again, doing that by yourself, trying to find find things, ask people questions. How do I get here? How do I get there? It might add to your anxiety if you don't know the surrounding place enough. And lastly, it's always a great idea to stay aware of your surroundings, especially if you're alone. So knowing the exits, knowing the area again, being aware of what's happening around you. Again, I don't want you spiraling, getting anxious, being over introverted, but it is a good idea to just take note of what happens around you. People do get a little crazy at concerts, drinks involved, you know, crowds acting up. So just be aware of everything. Make sure your phone is charged. Make sure you have backup chargers. You might want to have some mace on your key ring if you need it. Just little things to make sure you're feeling secure. And at worst, your anxiety is going to have you thinking crazy things like you might get shot or kidnapped or something ridiculous. But more likely, it's going to be something like you lost your phone or your phone died or somebody bumped you and looked at you a weird way. There are less dramatic things that can still go wrong that you still may be able to avoid if you're just aware of your surroundings and really prepared for anything that can happen. Thank you for tuning into this video, and you can check out my website, YonaMarieMusic.com, for more tips related to music, and I will see you next time.